Ladies and gentlemen, we return to the action here inside MGM Grand in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. This is boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter, Mr. Bob Arum. This bout is scheduled for 6 rounds in the Bantamweight division. Our judges at ringside, Adelaide Bird, Tim Cheatham, and Lisa Giampa. And the man in charge at the sound of the bell, Mr. Robert Hoyle. Fighting out of the blue corner, presented in association with King's Promotions. He weighed in at 118 pounds, wearing red trunks with white and blue trim. He brings a perfect record of 8 wins, no losses, 3 of those victories coming by way of knockout. From Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, Jonathan Rodriguez. Fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 117.3 pounds. Wearing black trunks. He also brings a perfect record. 8 wins, no losses, 5 victories by way of knockout. From Coachella, California, Manuel El Meni Flores.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the expectations in the dressing room, okay? If you see a light on the ring, ignore it. That light belongs to me. I don't want you getting distracted. Anything on the waistband here is a low blow. Anything on the waistband here is a low blow. I want you guys to touch them up and obey my commands. All right, now scoot back.
Robert Hoyle, the third man in the ring tonight. This fight scheduled for 6 rounds in the Bantamweight division. 2 undefeated prospects, Jonathan Rodriguez out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, taking on Manny Flores out of Coachella, California. I'm Christina Poncher, joined tonight by my partner, Manny Robles.
By the way, Flores is a southpaw. With 3 inches taller than Jonathan Rodriguez.
And he is starting fast, is Flores, in the gray trunks. Rodriguez in the trunks of his beloved Puerto Rico with the red, white, and blue.
I believe Flores is the more aggressive fighter of the 2. Rodriguez is more of a counter puncher. So we can expect Flores to come forward and try to engage.
Flores is 8-0 with 5 knockouts, but taking a step up tonight as 7 of those 8 opponents that he's faced had losing records. He's only fought 1 opponent, and that was just in his 3rd professional fight with a winning record. So definitely a step up for him fighting Jonathan Rodriguez, who is 8-0, and he himself is taking a step up as well. So these guys have been building and building towards what is now a 6-round contest, the first scheduled 6-rounder for Flores.
And also the battle for position between the orthodox boxer and the southpaw boxer.
Those front feet, when you get orthodox and a southpaw, they're battling for that outside foot position, and oftentimes you get guys, you know, stepping on each other's feet, their feet getting tangled up as they have both of their lead foot right up against each other.
Flores staying patient, being a good counter puncher, landing some good punches on the inside. Seems to be more relaxed than Rodriguez is at this moment.
This is the first fight outside of Pennsylvania for Jonathan Rodriguez. Not how a lot of guys, I'm sure, envisioned their Las Vegas debut, taking place in a bubble during a pandemic, but nonetheless a big opportunity, a big stage for him.
Correct, and also both fighting in the bubble for the first time.
Let him go, let him go.
It's different.
Come on, working out.
You know, you've been there, and a lot of these guys say, you know, it feels almost like a sparring session in there with no crowd.
Definitely, it really does. I mean, that's from my personal experience. It does feel a lot like a sparring session. You can pretty much hear everything. Both instructions given by both corners.
And it has had an effect on some of the fighters. I think more so on the guys that are world champions. I mean, you even heard Jose Ramirez say it was weird. I'm used to fighting in front of thousands of people, especially a guy like him who fights in his backyard all the time. And here I am defending my title, and there's nobody. There's nobody to draw that energy from. You have to find that from within. And I think it's been harder on these training camp and put everything he has, because he's going to need it tonight in our co-main event against Joet Gonzalez. But here in this one, round 2 scheduled for 6. Manny Flores out of Coachella, California, taking on Jonathan Rodriguez out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Close round that first round, but Flores was able to maintain and dictate the tempo, I believe. Rodriguez still seems to be a little bit nervous.
Yeah, he's a little bit jumpy. He's got a little bit of that nervous energy in there.
Meanwhile, Flores is nice and relaxed, nice and calm. Lands a nice left to the body, left to the body hook on top. And Rodriguez, he's doing a good job getting inside, but again, making a mistake backing up in a straight line as opposed to stepping and turning towards his left and staying away from Flores' power hand, which is that lead left hand. Nice hook there by Rodriguez.
Yeah, and a good right hand to the body there from Rodriguez as well. Again with the right hand, backs up Flores a little bit.
There we go. Stay inside, Rodriguez. Once you find yourself inside, stay in the pocket. Keep banging away. It's only a 6-round fight, so he's got to find a way to stay busy.
He's a better job there, landing that right hand and then getting his head off the line, getting away from that right hand of Flores.
Good little scrap by both of these fighters. They can both box, but they can both bang. And they got some pop. They both got some pop in their arsenal.
Keep him up. Keep him up.
Nice right hand lead there by Rodriguez to the body of Flores. Flores being patient and trying to counter Rodriguez.
I like Rodriguez's activity level here in round 2. I feel like he's dictating the pace a little bit better. Flores is patient, as you mentioned, but Rodriguez letting his hands go, and that's how you're going to score, just like that. You've got to throw these punches and combinations, and he lands a nice left hand there.
Right hand to the chest, left hand to the head. Rodriguez being the shorter fighter of the two, he doesn't necessarily have to aim for the head. He can aim, he can set up that jab and aim towards the chest and the body. And then once you find yourself inside, then go to the head.
Watch it, watch it. Come on, work and get out. Let him go, let him go.
10 seconds left. Again, the right hand lead by Rodriguez.
Our next fight and then our co-main event. I just think he's a little anxious.
A little anxious?
Hey, maybe you need a little bit of extra time to warm up when there is no crowd. You better come out warm and ready, because Joet Gonzalez is going to bring it from the opening bell. He, too, has something to prove tonight, trying to get back in the win column after suffering the first defeat of his career at the hands of Shakur Stevenson.
Let him out.
Round 3 scheduled for 6. Christina Poncher and Manny Robles here with you. I think Flores, probably in your book, took round 1, Rodriguez round 2.
Yes.
So.
I have it 1 round apiece so far.
Over there.
Oh, and a nice left hand lands, and the gloves touch the canvas for Rodriguez.
6.
That is indeed a knockdown.
7. Come to me, Jonathan. Come to me. You good? Yeah. All right, let's do it. Okay, yeah.
Maybe a little bit of a slip in there as well. We'll probably take a look at the replay, but a left hand did land.
There's no question. I believe this was a knockdown. I don't. Even if they go back to the replay,
Here we go.
I don't think they'll change anything. That was a nice left uppercut, right hook by Flores. Way to set that up. And controlling the pocket on the inside as well.
Let him go, hands free.
Rodriguez got some catching up to do now. Good body work by Rodriguez there.
Let him go, hands free. Let him go.
And that's his fight. Inside.
There we go.
Flores has shown the same demeanor throughout the first 3 rounds. He hasn't changed. He's got a poker face. Staying calm and relaxed. Landing there's some good combinations there. Even when he gets hit, he doesn't, you know, he keeps that same face. It almost seems like Rodriguez isn't hurting him at all.
Watch the head. Let him go. Let him go. Come on, let him go. Let him go, Jonathan.
Touch and let go by both guys.
Good body work here from Flores and a nice counter on the way out from Rodriguez.
Except, you know, like Rodriguez now, they're both going to the body, but Rodriguez finished to the head as he should.
Flores teeing off here as Rodriguez kind of throws caution to the wind in those exchanges and forgets about his defense. Flores coming on strong here in the last 30 seconds of round 3 and then gets clipped by a nice right hand from Rodriguez. Nice back and forth action here. This has been a good little scrap.
Definitely been a good fight. Entertaining.
Number 1, number 2, number 3, wherever you have him, he's top 3 pound for pound in Terrence Crawford. Nothing to be ashamed of for that performance. We'll talk more about that, but he says mentally I'm in a good place. I know what I was able to do in that fight. Granted, I would love to have another opportunity. I know I have to take care of business against Mikhail Zuzki and get back in the win column tonight. He'll be looking to do so in our main event.
And Michael Zuzki's no pushover, by the way. He's a great fighter himself.
I agree, and I'm looking forward to seeing him back in action here. As we've had some good action here in this fight. Rodriguez down in round 3 from Flores. Flores had a good opening round. Rodriguez had a good round 2, and then Rodriguez suffers a knockdown in round 3.
I like the way Flores sets up his punches, sets up his power shots, sits on the inside, bends his knees, sits on his punches, and generates power behind his punches. I like that from him. Walking towards Rodriguez, cutting off the ring there. Rodriguez, nice step and turn. Flores being patient. Good jab. I believe Rodriguez has to settle down a little bit. Jumps in, rushes in.
Let him go, Jonathan. Let him go.
That's not a good thing because Flores is just sitting back waiting a counter.
No holding, no holding. Let's go.
Nice left cross by Flores.
Some nice body shots there from Flores.
As I said, he's sitting on his punches and he's generating power behind those punches. I like that. That's something you pick up in the gyms in Southern California. You know, Flores had a nice amateur background, but you know, one thing about amateur fighters in Southern California and fighters in general is like at a very young age, you know, they're already being taught to fight like pros and not like amateurs. And you can see that in Flores.
And he did get some work at the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy. In fact, they did train him for his one and only fight in 2019. He's had some issues with management, etc., not really being as active as he would like, and now he's back with Antonio Diaz and hoping to really stay busy now and be in a better place at his career. I mean, only 8 professional fights, and he's been a professional for 3 years.
That's very good.
I mean,
staying busy.
You can get 8 fights in 1 year. You know, I think that he wants to stay more busy, and I think that he's off to a good start here and is having a pretty good performance tonight. But Rodriguez having his moments, and Mrs. and his wife talked about taking him under their wing, and in fact was actually able to legally adopt Jonathan. Jonathan changed his last name to Rodriguez and says he owes everything to his father, his adopted father, who is also his best friend, his coach, and his mentor. Amazing story with those two.
And boxing is what brought them together.
Saved his life, yep.
Saved his life, changed his life, and brought them together. It's amazing. It's a wonderful story.
And his coach and his coach's wife, Carmen, have been supporting Jonathan from day one, and they're watching him and more than proud of their adopted son and what he's done with his career at this point. 8-0, 3 knockouts. Win or lose, he's already a winner, being a part of an amazing family and gym there back in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Yes, he is, and he's putting up a valiant effort. He's doing everything he can to make this a fight. But Flores, on the other hand, keeping his composure once again.
Show me something. Show me something.
Showing that, listen, this is a 6-round fight. Oh,
He's hurt there. That was a big left hand. And just like that, Robert Hoyle steps in and stops this fight.
just like that. Way to set that up behind that jab. Good combinations.
You could hear Robert Hoyle say, "Show me something," in talking to Jonathan Rodriguez after Flores landed a barrage of punches, but it never really looked like, aside from that one shot in that last exchange, that Rodriguez looked hurt a little bit, but to that point, it was a back and forth fight.
Yeah, it sure was,
wow.
But I believe the ref did a good job by stopping that fight because he was hurt. Why take the extra punishment? I believe the referee made the right call.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside MGM Grand, referee Robert Hoyle calls a stop to this bout at 1 minute, 11 seconds of round number 5, declaring your winner by technical knockout, Manuel El Mani Flores.